how Satanism controls the world. What most people do not realize, that Satanism is a ritually based practice, and this repetition, same place, same time, has over time that strongly impression on the morphic field. They have to control the morphic field, so we stay in a low vibrational state. So that moon matrix I'm talking about, we are interacting with this field over the time and taking in energy into the meridian system format, and this for it's affecting us. As I mentioned, it's a part of the process to suppress that field, that's why they spot it on the vortex point. This connection of Satanism, blood drinking, taking in the human genetic code to stay here longer. That's what some of the reptilians do. And the pedophilia. What's all about? All about. It's energy. It's vampiring energy of children. The reason that we have sacrifice for the gods of the young virgins, children, because they want the energy of children before puberty, because when puberty happens, there is a chemical change, massive chemical change. From their point of view, the energy is not as pure as desirable. This is what once of what been quoted in the books. Sorceress, infinite human being, as a luminous of energy is covered from the bottom with the glowing coat, just like a plastic of a cocoon of energy. He said in that book that cocoon of awareness, what the predators consumed, and what the human reach adulthood, where it's left as a fringed awareness, which narrow awareness read from the top of the head to the down to the top of the toes. But these kind has committed a human from early learning. The elites one in the world realize that, and that's why pedophilia, it's all on about, and that's why it's so rampant in this control system. And that's why you find it in the elites, and even behind the networks, like we had here in Lebanon on the news. They had about what's happening on TikTok and through it, and what they are doing to children. In the back curtain, that what is literally behind it. Sexually abusing people, symbolically. It is connecting to the energy field of a child. That's why they have what's called as anal sex with children. That's why you'll find victims as boys. They connect to the lower chakra and draw the energy out and feeding of it. This is why pedophile to be overwhelmingly possessed people, because the possessing entity drive the lust for sexual for children, and they draw the energy of it, drawing the child life force out. And politicians in this control system, rampant amongst the political classes worldwide. This is what the Satanist confessions said. It was an Australian guy. and in a lot of others research. They make them accept that victim children will be our little secret. Young children sexually molested and physically abused by politicians worldwide are quickly used as sacrifices. In Australia, is very it's a wilderness. They control everything. The mortuaries, the crematoria, where they get rid of children who they want to get rid of. And it's rampant. I keep using this word. It is rampant. People think or relate the number of children that go missing every year to the number of times that we see a story on the news that a child is missing and everyone trying to find him. That is the tiniest tip of the iceberg. Hundreds of thousands of children go missing every year, everywhere. More than cars. In some countries, more than cars. But you have to see how much of these cases get reported. And from those who get reported, how much of these cases get infiltrated to speak out or to go to the news. And you have another filter on the media. From those that got infiltrated to reach a news, how many will get picked? So they speak on it because they have to do their own research to see, is this gonna cause them some harm? It all works. I'm talking about my country, Lebanon. You believe I tell you 20,000 went missing every year? They never tell us that if they get reported about everything. Can you imagine at the time of most of the wars is because of that? Between the refugee here and there. Do you know what's going on and what's happening? This thing is happening worldwide. And it's not a surprise or came from illusion. There's investigations in some places. There's evidence. There is victims. In some countries, they don't allow the authority to investigate because it's always connected to hierarchy up. So, I wanted to share a little bit of this rabbit hole.